Welcome to the Quiz Magnet.
Think you know the USA? From famous landmarks to unique cities, this quiz will test your knowledge in a fun way. Whether you're from the States or just love American trivia, you're in the right place. First question. What U.S. landmark was originally built as a fort and is now a museum in San Francisco Bay? Alcatraz. Which city is nicknamed Sin City? Las Vegas. What is the only U.S. state with a tropical rainforest? Hawaii. Which word is misspelled on the Liberty Bell? Pennsylvania. Which U.S. state has the longest coastline? Alaska. What is the tallest mountain in the United States? Denali. Which U.S. state produces the most potatoes? Idaho. Which city is nicknamed Music City? Nashville. Which U.S. president issued the Emancipation Proclamation? Abraham Lincoln. What U.S. holiday marks the adoption of the Declaration of Independence? Independence Day. Which U.S. landmark stretches for over 275 miles along the Arizona landscape? Grand Canyon. What is the national bird of the United States? Bald eagle. What was the first capital city of the United States? New York City. Which city is home to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Cleveland. Which U.S. president served the shortest term, dying just 31 days after taking office? William Henry Harrison. Which U.S. state flag features a beaver? Oregon. Which U.S. landmark was given by France in 1886? Statue of Liberty. Which U.S. city is known as the Windy City? Chicago. What phrase appears above the word one on the back of the dollar bill? In God we trust. Which U.S. state has a lobster as its official state crustacean? Maine. Who was the first U.S. president to live in the White House? John Adams. Which U.S. city has the oldest operating subway system? Boston. Which U.S. state was the last to join the Union? Hawaii. Which U.S. state is famously shaped like a mitten? Michigan. Which U.S. landmark features the carved faces of 4 presidents? Mount Rushmore. Which U.S. coin is also called a nickel? $5-cent coin. What is the tallest building in the United States? One World Trade Center. Which U.S. city is home to the Gateway Arch? St. Louis. Which Hollywood landmark honors celebrities with stars embedded in the sidewalk? Hollywood Walk of Fame. What U.S. document begins with the words, "We the People"? Constitution. Which state was once an independent country known as the Lone Star Republic? Texas. Which U.S. state is the birthplace of jazz music? Louisiana. What is the least densely populated U.S. state? Alaska. What year did women in the U.S. gain the right to vote with the 19th Amendment? 1920. Which U.S. city hosts the annual Rose Parade? Pasadena. Which U.S. TV show, first aired in 1989, is the longest-running animated series? The Simpsons. Which U.S. state is home to Graceland, the famous mansion of Elvis Presley? Tennessee. Which U.S. state has the most lighthouses? Michigan. Which U.S. state has towns named Truth or Consequences and Pie Town? New Mexico. In which state can you visit a museum dedicated entirely to Spam? Minnesota. Which U.S. state grows the most cranberries? Wisconsin. Which U.S. city is home to Times Square? New York City. The Kentucky Derby is traditionally held on the first Saturday of which month? May. What is the longest river in the United States? Missouri River. Which U.S. city is nicknamed the City of Bridges, boasting more bridges than Venice? Pittsburgh. Which U.S. state is known as the Sunshine State? Florida. Which U.S. state contains the geographic center of the contiguous U.S.? Kansas. Which national park is home to the deepest lake in the U.S.? Crater Lake. What animal is featured on the California state flag? Grizzly bear. Which Chicago landmark is nicknamed the Bean? Cloud Gate. Thanks for watching. Pick your next challenge and don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.